We spent 180 days transforming our abandoned Wisconsin dairy farm from this to this. Stay tuned and watch the first long form video on the channel. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like if you're excited. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let's get into it.
Hello, America. I love it. We're farming. We're farming.
Hey guys, how's it going? Mitch here. Today we're back with another video. Today we have made our way down to southern central Wisconsin in a little town or area called Marxville. We are going to be starting a new farm here. You guys caught the stream on Saturday. We kind of did a little farming around here, so we already got a head start. But today I'm going to officially introduce the place to you guys, show you around the farm, kind of think about some renovations we're going to do since we're moving in here. But I guess without further ado, we're here at the dairy with our Denali here. Got the 2500 HD, it's the Duramax 6.6. Got the graps and the stocks on it. Nice blue paint job here that I picked out. We're going to start this bad boy up and kind of just go on a little drive here. So as we drive around, you guys are going to see this map is very scenic and picturesque. Lots of good angles, really big hills, and kind of fields just rolling throughout them. Now, there's not too much going down to our left here. This isn't going to be a full map tour just yet because the map is not out. This is an alpha version, so there are some bugs, so please do mind that. This is by MRG Mapping. This is the second map we played from, that's by him in this game. So, pretty good work here. Had some fun playing on it, but we're going to kind of just take a little ride down the main road here, which leads us to our farm, which is just up here. Now, to the side here, I believe this is our dealer. A little shop there. Looks like they got a cultivator out back. Or a chisel. So you can see another shop there. But down here to the left, you can see our farm. It is a very big farm. Massive one would say. I think a good word is. We got some soybeans, some grass, and I do have plans to kind of turn these fields in this area into some contour fields. I needed a map to do contours on, and I think this is going to be it. Really big valley that we're farming here, though. Like I said, that farm is pretty big. We already got some stuff out here. We already got some work done. Did some corn harvest. We mowed this, and we're currently salvaging it. Don't think we're going to do that today. We're going to probably work on some bean harvest or something today. But I'm going to run down here, kind of show you guys what we got for some equipment so far. Now, probably this isn't very set in stone, but right now we have the silage bags around here. I think we're going to clear these out because these, while they are silage bags, they don't actually have silage. They're just kind of fake. But I think we're going to kind of clear this out, get a couple bunk silos in here, and maybe get a cold storage shed. Because you see, we kind of just got stuff sitting around, which I know that is, it's not unrealistic to have stuff sitting out, but I like to have my farms organized, and, well, we can kind of organize it like this. I just don't like having the stuff sitting out. But hopping out here, you can see we got the AGCO and the JCB here with the mower and the merger. I already used that stuff quite a bit on the stream the other night. And then on the other side of these bags, we have some of our harvest equipment. Now, we do have a new tractor that you guys probably saw in the thumbnail. This is a new to us. I think it's a 2011 John Deere 8R. Now, it is an 8345R. Pretty big tractor. Got some power to it. This 8410 just was not like in the grain cart on all these hills. So we got some big horsepower behind that grain cart now. It is a fairly big cart too. And then we got the MX Magnum behind our two Brent 644s. Like I said, we got the 8410 over there. You guys have seen that one before. Got the 4450 on the auger, and right over here, I believe this is the 780, the 770 on the 608C. Went ahead and put the 8-row on it just because it's got some big hills. I wanted to put some combine behind it just to power it. Today, however, we're going to be buying a draper head, starting some bean harvest, probably over the other end of the valley there for first, and then maybe over behind us is where we'll move to once we're done with that. So without further ado, I'm going to shut the truck off here, and we're going to unload our corn that we have and then get that new header bought. So I'm going to go here and hop in the 8345 because we need to unload this corn. Now let's back it up a little bit. Try to keep the stuff matching. Green tractor, green cart, red tractor, red wagons. But yeah, we're going to let this stuff unload. Let it run here. Alright, looks like we filled that one up pretty quick. So I'm going to readjust here. We're going to unload into the second one. Well, that's going. Let's get in the 4450 here. Make sure we're all lined up with our grain bin. All right, let's get this thing fired up. This seems to drift a little bit. Been having some issues with it, just wandering, going on a little walk by its own. It's been kind of annoying, but should be good there. Let's tab around. And let's see. Let's get the pipe back in on this and scooter it out of the way. Now we do have 30-inch row crop tools on here. Should get plenty of traction on this ground. I was thinking about just doing rear. I might switch it out. But for now, let's just leave that run, because we're going to be moving to the field in a second. Let's run over here, get the Magnum fired up. Alright, get this guy started. And we're going to have 2 of these to unload. Let's see. Let's go around here. We'll have to just go this way, pull a little U-turn. Make sure we don't hit the new truck. Let's see here. Kind of close to the combine. Yep, there we go. And we'll just pull this up here, and then we'll have to swing the arm out a little bit. Right there. Let's hop in the 4450. Let's head out this way. And let's just hop back in here real quick. Unload. Alright, now that's going to take a little while. So, the next thing we're going to look into is a draper head. Now, I don't know what size we're going to run. Some of these bean fields, let's kind of get up here. Some of these fields are bigger. So, like, we have 28, which is small, 18, 8, and 4, and then 38, which is big. We're probably going to farm most of this map. I think... Do we want to start down here or over here is the question. Let's go to a little scouting. So here's the first field. I feel like this won't take too long if we do it ourselves. And then over the hill is where these other 2 we're looking at are. These are down here. These are kind of tucked in the valley here. I do like that. A little hard to get to though. If you see, we only have 8. 4 looks like it's been harvested and it is soybeans, but it's plowed. I don't know how that works. But I think we can get away. Let's see. Probably start with 18 here. Also do 8 while we're at it. We have 28 by the farm. I think that's a good set of 3 fields to do. We'll probably do 28 first, get a little test run in, and then maybe eventually we'll hop on and do 38 and 23 over here too. And besides field 13, that would really, and 3 I guess, that would really be all the soybeans we have on the map. So I guess really we just got to keep working on knocking out those fields and taking on the big project of getting the plow out and making some contour fields for these guys. I feel like it's going to really make the farming more interesting. I just felt like this field was just a little boring when I was cutting it. We have all these hills and it's just a regular field. I just wanted to add some space to the map. So I guess it's time to kind of look at the shop here, see what we can get. I'm thinking like a 30-foot header would be good. But if we can compromise in the area of that, I won't be too upset. So we have the 625. The 140, that's a little too big for our combine. The Dynaflex 30-foot. It's the Power Flow 30-foot. I guess I'm wrong. Let's see. I guess we have the 35 right here is probably going to be our header of choice. Let's see. We're going to grab a header trailer for that. We're going to want... So they want us to use this 6035. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get that one. Go main color, John Deere green. Let's get white rims on here, make it look nice and clean. All right, let's go ahead and buy that. Oh, hold on. So one issue I've had in this map is getting spawn area. So just close your eyes for a second. Just, you know what? There we go. All right, and so I guess the next step in harvest here is, I guess, going to be unloading the second wagon. So it's probably a good spot to start. Still have corn in this. Come on. These. There we go. The next step after that is to get the corn head off the combine and get the new one on. If I can find, there it is. This thing fired up. backed up, and now we can grab the 8345. Just put this out of the way. And these soybeans don't yield very well at all, so probably don't need to even take these to our small field here. So let's just kind of get these guys out of the way and parked. There we go. Alright, we're going to shut off the 8R. And now we can get the combine over here. So yeah, the storage on this map is our main challenge. I gotta avoid... But maybe I do want to just kind of park stuff in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's not a bad strategy. Just gonna dump it there. Use this as our general storage area. I guess we'll see. And it's kind of realistic when you think about it. I just gotta make sure that our auger can reach past this. And I guess this isn't too big of a header. It's not that bad. Looks like the auger reaches out just enough. So for now, we're gonna go without the header cart. And don't worry, you see them. And we're gonna get rid of these calves. I don't think we're doing any calf stuff yet. But yeah. So we should be good. Unfold with harvester. There we go. Get this thing fired up. Almost. There we go. Draper's all running good, and we're just gonna go for it. Now, let's make sure. Don't want any straw right now because we don't really have anything to feed it to. And we're just gonna get farming. Oh, we're missing a bit already. I was trying to fix my cab FOV so I can see most of the header here. No, there we go. Now, if you're looking over here, we have some of these fields that the slopes on them are just crazy. If you saw me tapping through earlier, we also have a four-wheel drive stagger on our full behind chopper. Now, due to the fact that Dion does take a lot of power, and these hills, well, I would like a small frame stagger on it. That's all we have right now. I thought that was a good choice, but maybe now that we have the 8345, we can hop the doles off that and try running it in on the chopper, see how it handles it. Right now, that tractor's main priority is to run that grain cart. So far, everything's going good. Like I said, the yields aren't going to be crazy on this. We'll probably do this field, and maybe even, what was it, 18 down here, or 8? Probably do that just fine on a single grain tank. Not too much traffic through here, so I might try to navigate down the road here without a header trailer. Just hope the DOT doesn't see us. We'll just kind of put a little hope in there. So if one of you guys calls the DOT on me, I'm gonna have an issue. But yeah, we should be fine. Man, this map looks so good. I've always wanted a map with big hills like this. When we finally have one. You guys are. I'm not saying it's gonna be the same as Westby, but you guys are seeing me playing this a lot, especially when we get our farm fine-tuned. I'm gonna go into the editor and kind of mess with it, and get it how we like. And then once we do that, you know, barbecue chicken from there. So, what we're going to do here first is we're going to get rid of all this grass. So we're going to head in the landscaping tool here. And we're going to go look for the painting tab and look for our gravel right here. And just get rid of all this stuff. Now we're going to go ahead and replant a lot of grass here because we don't need all this open space for now. But to start, we're going to get everything placed and then paint the grass, I think. So looks like we got a pile of stuff there that we need to do. And we got the map objects hider mod from the in-game mod hub. Which is going to hopefully let us go up here, press H on this, and we can just hide that. And now it's just no longer there, which is really nice. And then also we deleted all the little calf huts because we're not going to do any of those. And I also took out a few barns here and there. So you can get rid of that. Get rid of this. We got rid of the one little calf barn that was here. And then we also got rid of some of the stuff that was up here that was just kind of junk. So, first order of business is I want to get us a silo. Specifically one of these bunker silos. Now, I was thinking about putting it up here, but all this stuff is slightly off rotation, and it's just going to bug me that this isn't with it. So what we'll do, I think, is probably put these down here. Now, if we put one here and here, that gives us a pretty good bit of land to work with. So we can smooth this little hill out so we can go down here a little more. But also, we're going to have to kind of bring this out around, flatten that. And then we're just going to get rid of this path right here and kind of grass this all in. So if I can get this smoothed out enough. Smooth it out here some more. There we go. And then we're just going to go ahead and actually what we'll do is lower this a bit. So we have this ditch kind of continuing here. There we go. Now we do have this culvert pipe here, so we're not going to lower it all the way. But I think that's good. And then let's go ahead and use our grass. There we go. We'll get back here too. Let's see. Let's put it right there. That's better. Now what we can do, I don't think we're going to do too much apart from this. So I think we'll start filling this in with some grass. Maybe get some more bins over here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of grass this in, get it how I like it, do some more work around the farm. And then I'll get back with you guys, kind of show you around when we're done, and wrap up the video. Thanks for watching so far. If you guys are enjoying currently, make sure to go leave a like, do all the stuff, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the little build we're doing here. It's not completely our build, but we did some good work to it. So I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit. It'll be like a couple seconds. So yeah. Alright, so it's not the final state, but I went around, experimented with some stuff. I got some new mods. Did these like cool gravel and tractor track patterns here. Did them there. Used a little bit of it up here. These little gravel spots, some here. Just messed with them for a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to keep it. But yeah. So we got our silos done. We got an area here. I was going to grass it all in, but then I thought, okay, so if we just park stuff here, which currently we're doing, it's going to die out. And then if we do those wrapped round bales, we can do them right here too. And then I left this so we have more room for silos. We're going to keep them running out here, or even put them there. Basically just plenty of room. I'll probably start filling it in with some junk, some placeables to make it look a little nicer, or more realistic, I guess. But yeah, there's that. Got this all foliaged in, got some more trees, did this all up. I'm liking how it's looking. We did it with the bunk silos too. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I originally didn't plan for this to be a whole video, but, you know, I thought we didn't do a farm build on this, so why not kind of give it our own spin? Because it wouldn't be one of my series if we didn't. I'm going to do some more work and messing with it to get it how I like it in the near future. Maybe just getting rid of some of these little barns in here that we aren't going to use and replacing them with some stuff that we would. Today, we are just here at the seed dealer. We're checking out some of the stuff they got going on in here at the seed plant, because we need to find out where we're buying seeds from next year. Right now, Pioneer looks like a front runner. Pretty good seed rep. But today we have another mission for the video. Let's go ahead and hop in the Duramax here. We're going to head back to the farm. Today we're going to be looking at prices on some cattle and maybe even buying some, because once we get back, you'll see we're already pretty deep into the budget for our cow farm here. And there it is. Brand new cattle truck, all specced out. I think this is how they do it. Got some custom lights on there. The big tires, because we're going to be going in some mud probably. The big Wilson Silver Star cattle trailer. Got the stretched frame on this thing. Got our Guardian watching over us up there, for those who know. But yeah, we got some equipment to look at. We're going to be looking at a new tractor, new mixer, and some other stuff today. So let's go ahead and turn our truck off. Flight mode on. And so yeah, here is the 8110 or 8410. The loader, we're going to be using that today, and the semi, which we'll also be using today. That's not going to be right now though. To start, like I said, we're going to go in the store here, and we got some stuff to look at. So the first thing we have is going to be a mixer. Now, We have two options. We have this little Pat 615 or this Val metal, which is what we're going to be doing today. This Fat Mix 1130. And we're going to get a scale and extension on this thing because we have quite a bit of cows to feed. That also adds another 4,000 meters, which is good. And yeah, you can see it's a pretty good mod. Got the PTO running through it with the wheel chocks in the back. So we're going to go and buy that for $102,000. And to run that, we need around 150 horsepower, and I think I have the perfect tractor for that. We're going to go through here. We're going to grab a Case 7110 Magnum, and we're going to get no fenders, no weights. Can we take... We're going to get the hubs off that. It's a mixer tractor. We don't need all that. Looks like we got to keep the hubs on. Well, with that, we'll get... factory, I leave this thing pretty stock. We'll go and buy one of these. That just has 155 horsepower, so we're right at the horsepower limit for that. Let's go and fire this thing up. I guess I put a tremble in it. We got the old halogen lights. And this thing should look pretty sweet in front of this mixer. Got a pretty solid setup here. There you go. Alright, looking good. No, I might change the wheels on this. It looks like it's like squatting down to the front. Maybe it's just me. But alright, so now that we have tractor and mixer set up, the next thing I want to do is we got to get a flatbed because we're going to be hauling some bales. Now, I don't know if we want to get maybe... See our options. We got like these Diamond C's. What the heck? It's a tracked trailer. Well, I guess we're not using that one. That's a little much. Got the PJs. I think I want to get like maybe a Load King. Or that Demco. Which one's longer? There's not really any way to tell, is there? Well, let's go ahead and just grab a Demco steel drop deck trailer. And we are going to take this and the 8410 over to one of the neighbors, and we're going to buy a bunch of bales off them. So let's go ahead and get the cattle trailer off here. That's honestly not a bad spot to just park it. But we can get the ultimate rig here. I think that's what we called it. Back it up. It's a little bit of a stretch frame for hauling some bales, but you know, it's good. And let's see, where were these neighbors at? These guys, were they down here? Some milk sales. I guess it was just the people down here. Maybe it was the guys at this farm 18 that we were talking about we went to last time. I'm gonna go check out the spot in the truck, and I think I'll be back with you guys when we figure out what we're doing. So let's get this thing fired up. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take off, go check out where they have the bales at, and I'll be back with you guys when we figure that out. Alright, so we just got back from the neighbors, and they have the bales in the barn, but so they said someone threw them all on the ground. I think they went in there and tipped over all the bale stacks they had put up. So I guess we're going to have to kind of scoop them up. Or organize them, is what it sounds like. I didn't look in the shed. The shed was closed. But I just trusted them because those were it's the same people we bought the cows off of, just a different farm. So we'll go ahead and, let's see, let's get that off here. You know what, we can just put the tractor on the back of the loader, or the low loader here. I guess it's just a flatbed, really. So let's go ahead and unfold the decks on that, and then we'll back this thing on. Or should we just put it on straight? We'll just put it on straight for now. Alright, pulling up here. Make sure I don't break the forks. There we go. Let's put it right about here. Alright, so that's all loaded up. Let's put it on here, get our belts on. And let's see, how are we going to take this thing out of here? I think we should just go, so we can whip it around with the new tractor. Ooh, that does not look pretty. Let's pull the semi up here. So it's probably a good spot. Take the belts off, let the semi cool down a bit. And let's look at this, yeah, oof. See what they mean, these are not very neat. I don't know what happened. Looks like they got a mess on their hands, but... Well, I guess we gotta sort this out. So let's get the tractor off the trailer, which we did not shut off. That's not good. I guess it's fine. And we'll just have to load these 2 at a time, probably. Let's go ahead and get started, I guess. So we can get the forks in here on... Let's do these straw ones, or the silage ones. Let's do the silage ones first. We're just gonna have to get the forks in here. Oh, you know what it is? We got mud in here. That's why we're gonna be digging in. Maybe that's why their bales are sinking in. They got mud in there. Alright, just take these off one at a time. There's our first one. They aren't big bales. These guys must not have had a very big baler. Yeah, let's just get these things out of the dirt. That's probably why they're having issues. They threw these things all in the mud. Yeah, they're 3,500 liter bales. Not big at all. Yeah, look, now they're fine. Let's just stab these things. Back them out of here. Get through all that. Look at that. Big crater in the ground. Oh no, I guess they're still solving some issues with these guys. I'm gonna be gentle with them. Is it stuck? Oh no. Hold on. I'm not able to get this thing out. It's just... Uh-oh. That's not good. I think we are stuck in the mud. That is not good. I don't know why. Come on. It's not letting me get out of here. Alright, I'm going to have to work on this for a little while. I will kind of pause the recording here. Get this figured out, I hope. Well, I've been working on this for a while, and I think we've done anything but make this better. If you look at this, we actually dug a huge crater in the neighbor's farm here. I guess it's kind of our fault for going at the bales with the full-size tractor, but it's kind of freed. We can get a little movement here. Try to rock it out. Go forward. Alright, so we're up. Alright, we're up. Now I just gotta get it back through. Come on. Getting it back through is the hard part. Let's see if we can get it up again. Yeah, we're up. Alright, let's... Man, this stuff is sticky. Let's just floor it. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Jeez. That was not fun. Look at that. We put some big ruts in there. Oh boy. We're gonna have to haul these guys some gravel, aren't we? But, alright, well, let's try to stack the bales that we can while we have the time. Let's get this one on here. That's not neat at all. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to go work on this myself because I am really pushing the time here. We still gotta feed the cows. These things are not going to cooperate. There we go. So we're gonna be using a lot of these because 2 of these is 7. So if we do, let's see. So 4 bales would be like half the capacity because 4 silage bales is gonna be 14,000 liters. So that's under half. Let's get this nice and spread out for the cows. Look at them. Oh, there you are. We got one coming to it. Nope, didn't like it. Looks like they're gonna all be nice and happy with their food. Let's see, how are our guys doing? Or I guess our girls. Looks like, yeah, we got some feed in there. We got some straw. So those guys are doing good. These guys are doing good. Now we'll just have to get, looks like some TMR for these. And TMR for our Black Angus. But for today, I think that is going to be it. The hawk keeps going in and out of range. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys feel you want to do. I gotta clean that mess up. Here we go. Alright, so that gives us about 50% feed in there. And you can see I did some work here clearing out a little bit of area so we have more room to feed our cows. Put some trees in, kind of decorated the place a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and go mix up another load of feed for you guys. Not really for you guys, I don't know why I said that, but for our cows. And we'll go ahead and run that through the next pen. Alright, so next load of feed is ready to go. You can see our scale there. We got 32,000 liters. And we just got to take the long way around the barn here. So you guys see we obviously have this really big manure pit here, but sadly we can't use it just yet. Now I'm debating if I want to kind of put all of our barn's slurry triggers right there so we can pump out of that. I thought that might be a good idea. We just have to get some sort of a manure pump. Either that or place down a nice big like Harvestor. I think Harvestor makes them. But a big slurry tank from them. Now, maybe one thing we have to work on is getting a bigger turnaround here. Or maybe not. We'll just have to widen it out a little bit. Let's give these guys their feed. This should almost fill them up all the way, I think. Let's have that run. Looks like these guys are pretty happy, but they definitely need some straw. Let's check on them. Yeah, so that'll put them about 50% feed. And then what we'll do, I think, is run one more load to our dairy cows, just because we have a lot more of those guys and they're going to take a lot more feed. And I think I'm just going to cut through the middle of the barn here. And we did confirm that this barn does not work yet. I know I asked a couple of you guys in the last video and I got plenty of answers, so I appreciate you guys answering that, because I wasn't too sure if I was doing it wrong or if it just didn't work yet. Alright, we got our third load of TMR here. We're going to go ahead and take the long way around this barn again, just because we have to get the right side of the mixer, and I don't really know our farm, so we got to get to learn it a little bit. So up here, where these two milk tanks are, I think to the left of that is where the slurry for this barn is. You can see there's a little pipe coming down. So we have that is the area we're going to back our slurry tanker up to when we buy it. Solid manure for this barn, I'm not too sure where it spawns. We might have to just clean it out of the barn ourselves, like we're doing with that one. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know if there's a manure unloader I'm missing. See, these guys are getting fed real good. And we'll go park the mixer. They full? Oh, we filled that up. But we will go park the mixer under the silos here. That'll probably be the spot that this stays, and then we'll just hook the 7110 here. We'll hook it up to the straw blower, and then I think we're going to buy our first piece of equipment today that we had planned. So let me go ahead and park this, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, get this lined up. I had to move this shed back because this mixer is taller than I thought. Used to using the little small one, so let's go ahead and dump that there. And we can go ahead and hook up to the, what brand was this? I forget what brand this was. It's been in the game before. Why am I blanking on this? Is it Elmer's? Yep, it's Elmer's. Alright, we'll go ahead. Now, I don't know. Oh, I see the difference there. I was wondering what the difference was between those. Now how does this work? That's my question. Oh, I see. Flips them up in there. Alright, so now that we got the tractor hooked up to that, we can go ahead and look at our next purchase. So, we are going to be grabbing a skid steer today. Now, I think... Oh, we got to put tracks on this, I think. Got blocks? No. We're going to block tracks. Let's grab that. $70,000. This is, I guess, the mid-range because the Kubota is a little more. And we're going to need some bale forks for this. Let's just get them in solid black. Maybe a little lighter. There we go. Now let's go ahead and hop in here. Have not used this before, so I hope this works pretty good. Cat 265. These things are known to be pricier side of a skid steer, but for a good reason, I hope. Let's see here. See if we can grab 2 bales at once. Let's take our strap off there. Take it off there. There we go. So we got 10,000 liters of straw in here, and this thing is handling it like it's nothing. Look at that. I know normally we have issues, like I could slam on the brakes and this thing would just go flying, but not today, apparently. Alright, so I think we can only do 1 bale at a time. Let's just drop one off. Uh-oh. Come on. Put that one back. Now, I'm trying to do this right, so let's see if this works. Well, it kind of works. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Someone's gonna have to tell me. I'm sure one of you guys knows. You guys know I'm pretty good at this stuff. Now, our first bit of straw here is gonna go. Alright, please hold for a second. I'm gonna just adjust this. And then in theory, I could put another bale on here. And then when we're done with those, I can flip it up so we have a capacity of 3. Let's try that. Put it in reverse here. I think our backward speed is the same as our forward speed. It's shockingly quick. Let's see what we got. Is that hydraulic temperature, oil temperature maybe? Or no, it's just hydraulic. You got the cylinder there, you can see. Alright. Stop that off there. There we go. Alright, now let's go ahead and try this out. Now, I said we're going to go this way. So yeah, let's go all the way around here again. That or... Ooh, can this thing fit to the barn? It's going to be tight. Move slow. Move slow. Nice and slow. Don't want to drop a bale. Oh, yeah. Barely. Barely fits to the barn. I don't know why we have a GPS in this thing. This thing is probably not ever going to get to do GPS jobs. There's going to be manure spreader, mixer, straw blower. Kind of got the short end of the stick on this one. Yeah, that bale's staying there good. Maybe I am doing this right. Maybe that is how you're supposed to do it. Let's see, let's pull turn here. And let's put this on the straw blower. There we go. This thing really kicks it out there. We're going to be putting these into this one. These barns hold a lot of straw, so I don't think we need that much. Got our cows all eaten. How's our productivity? So these guys' productivity is going up, which is good to see. And then we'll obviously put some like hay bales in there when we do all that. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna leave two. We'll do 2 bales. Or I guess we can do all 3, because we'll go back. We'll do 3 for the beef pen, and then I think the dairy guys are good. And let's see if I can get some speed on this. Yep. Knock that in there. Perfect. So yeah, these guys, I'm sure 15,000 liters of straw is going to be plenty. Just kind of throwing it on their face, but it's fine. Alright, go. And all empty. I'm going to go around. I'll go back around this way. I thought that my path went all the way there and connected, but apparently it doesn't. Ignore that. Alright, now let's go ahead and just put this a little closer. So that skid steer is not the fastest of the equipment. And let's just go ahead and load. Let's see, let's get 2 bales into here. I think it's good. Alright, so let's grab. Now here's the test. Can I get this bale fork? Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And then, if I can reach that, I'm assuming if I fold this back up, I can probably reach in here just fine. Maybe? Shimmy him off here. There we go. I think we'll just run 2 of these for today, because we're probably good on straw. I think 15,000 was quite a lot, so let's go ahead and run this over here, and we'll give the beef guys a little bit more straw. You can see they already had some, but we're going to end up clearing a lot of that out. So let's actually wait on this, because I think we should clear out the straw and then put new straw in once we get all that manure out of there. So let's go ahead and get this out of here, and might move the truck. We'll see. Alright, so I already said we're going to be buying a slurry spreader today. I think we might wait on that. But what we will do is we are going to pick up a new solid manure spreader, because obviously we need something to spread all that with. So you guys know that I do my own stuff. Obviously I'm going to use it right here. This is the new H&S 430 dry bushel, or bushel, 430 bushel dry spreader. I put a couple days of work into this. There's the reason I didn't have a video out Friday is because I spent that recording time trying to polish this up. There's still some stuff I got to do with it, coding wise, scripting wise, but what you see here, minus the dirt maps, is what it's going to be. You can change the inside here to a black or white, or anything you want if you have the mod for it. But we're going to do a white inside. I'm going to do silver wheels. I'm doing that because you guys can see I added a ton of options for this. I went through and got every, except one. There's one of these spreaders that had black sides, but it was a little out of date. Didn't have the silver cover here, and I didn't want to do that much model work to it. But I think the 430, the old 430, I think I might use this 3243. Let's grab one of those, and I think we'll just go ahead and hook up the 7110 here. This looks pretty good on it. Red tractor, red spreader, and then we're going to be using the new Cat skid steer to go ahead and scoop some manure into this. So you can see, got brand new tires on it, got the new material system. I didn't show you guys, I'll go in here and show you real quick. I also have the configuration here for faded paint. Obviously, I think this looks best with that maybe. I could even add a faded decal if I think of it, or if that's worth it. It's a thing I should do. But yeah, all I have to do on it is a couple of XML things and then make custom spec maps for it so I can have the dirt how I want it. But let's go ahead and back it up here. We're going to give it a little test today. We did just about everything on this spreader for the new game, and I think it looks so much better than it did with these new tires. Really make it pop. as long as the decals. Redid every single decal on it and then added all the new ones, obviously. I really like how it turned out. Hope you guys like the look of it. It's gonna be in the thumbnail today, so hopefully you guys clicked on the video because of this. And there we go. We are pulled down inside the bank here. Now we can go ahead and get in our skid steer, grab a bucket for it. I think that's what we'll do right now. What holds the most? Probably just that bucket, doesn't it? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and grab this bucket and get in our skid steer, and we're gonna get to scooping. All right, so we got the bucket on this thing. It's like it's got this the Bradco by Paladin. Really neat tipping system on here. Let's go ahead and pop this gate open. Now, I think the cows have collisions now, which kind of bugs me. So we're gonna have to watch out for these cows, because if we don't, we're gonna break something, whether it's the cow or the bucket. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. There we go. Got a big scoop here. There's a lot of manure here. Luckily, it's a lot cleaner over here, so we can tip this a little bit easier. Yeah, if you watch, we can just dump it like that. Really neat system there. You see the big hydraulic cylinders inside the bucket. And we also have a bunch of manure in here too, I saw. We got a lot of work here. Probably won't be able to get this all on film just because there's so much manure to scoop up. Yep, already full. But yeah, mucking out barns like this is honestly kind of a fun job to do. I know it's just spread manure, but like, for some reason I like doing it. There we go. Dump that out. And I think this is going to be a pretty efficient system. I wish we had a little bit bigger bucket on this, but we obviously weren't able to fit the loader in here. This is a pretty big. We can even try to kind of scoop some of this stuff into a pile. We'll come in there to the side a little bit next. Let's dump this one here. Let's see here. Oh, I've got a cow laying in the middle of the. Oh yeah, here we go. We can kind of push this stuff into a pile, almost. And luckily the cows are kind of getting out of our way. They're all outside. I think this one's just trying to sleep. We're kind of interrupted his nap time, but he's going to have to figure himself out. Come on. Alright, let's dump that one. And so, I think I'm going to go ahead and fill this up myself. I don't think you guys are going to watch me scoop manure for the next 10 minutes, so I'll go ahead and keep working on this. And I'll be back with you guys when we get the barn a little more cleaned out and we're going to have a load of manure ready. Alright, so I'm kind of getting some progress here. The cows are not helping. They are definitely getting in the way. But we got most of this area cleared out. You can see I'm just kind of taking sweeps at this in case I missed any. We got a couple big piles here that we've got pushed together for us to just scoop out of. So this should be the last bucket until we are full. And then we're going to just go ahead and spread it right over there in the corn so we can go ahead and do some tillage once we're in the harvest. So that's going to be our first field. We're obviously going to change those into contour fields. So we just want to have those ready for... Yep, there it is. Ready for tillage. And yeah, this guy's crowding me here. So let me go ahead and hop on the tractor here and we're going to get spread. Alright, so... we're going to go ahead and get the tractor out here. I took the thumbnail. I did some modifying to our farm here, but hold on. Let me get the HUD back on. Alright, that's better. So yeah, we got a full 16,000 liters here. Now, ooh. I think we've got to go up there to get into the field. Let's see. So yeah, you can see up there. I actually added it in. I'm going to pretend like I didn't, but no, I just added it in. Got a little path. I'm going to start making these out of mud, because I like how it compresses a little bit. And I just put mud around the entrance to our manure back up there. I know there's concrete, but we're still going to drag some of that, and it's going to get a little messy apart from there. Yeah, so I'm going to go head up the trail here. You can see, I just love how that compacts. And we're going to take this a little bit down here, just so we're not mucking up the entrance of the field. We're going to start dumping it right about here, I think. Probably a good spot to start. You know what? Maybe I want to do we have this double application like we had? No, we don't. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start slinging it right here. And yeah, you can see, I wanted to make this realistic. A lot of people make their shredders and they'll spread it wide. Now this obviously is not supposed to do that. It's got a pretty decent width still for what it is. A lot of these, they just drop it, but I made it so this one kind of really slings it out there. You can see the beaters moving. Got some steam coming off it. And if you look behind us, we got quite a bit of manure coming out of there. You can see, we look down here, you can see the belt moving. It's moving manure out. And if you look under it, you can see it going back to the front too. But yeah, this tractor's been running this pretty good. I think this will be our, this is definitely our leading contender for the just do everything tractor on the dairy side of things. And it looks like we'll probably get about halfway empty on one way down, and then we'll go the other way. It's pretty good. That's a good efficiency. Get down here, turn around. We're right under 50%. And for those of you guys who wondering, I am going to work on getting the side slingers converted and then getting the frontier version of this as well. I know a lot of you guys like that. This brand appeals the most to me. It's probably one of my favorite implement brands. It'd be really cool if they see this. Maybe I'll start tagging them and stuff when I'm making their spreader. And, like, there is some little things like the 3243 has a slightly different upper part to this. I also did some research on them, but I figured that the decal diversity would be better. Because really they're the same size. It's 430 bushel spreader. That's why I named the mod that. Apart from the 3143, because I didn't realize how many versions of this there was that uses this same basically frame of spreader for. But looks like we're almost empty here. Maybe I should make it where these wheels snap off, because I know a lot of manure spreaders have issues with their wheels breaking after they get abused for so long, because people really do not take care of these. Makes me, when I do the wear maps, I kind of want to just make this thing get really beat up. But for now, it looks really good with some nice fresh paint on it. Alright, so we're in the 8410. Let's get it running. Looks good. Lower the cutting head, and let's see. How's it run? Beautifully. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get going. Got additive in. Got the chopper box hooked up. Chopper's running. Got our chopper dual. And then I'm just going to up our FOV a little bit so I can see where we're at here a little better. You see, I'm trying to just keep it close to the end row here. Now we can probably get a couple rounds around this field because it's obviously not a very big field and we took a decent bit off it already. So this is just going to be filling up maybe 1 or 2 wagons just to put in that silo. And I'm sure we'll get a little more. So we can do some grass before it gets to full-on winter that we can throw in there. But this should definitely get us to the winter. We'll be just fine. If not, we can even buy some. But we have the silage bales too. You got to remember that. You know, we got our neighbors down here that I'm sure would be willing to take some more of our money from us. So I think we're sitting pretty good. Alright, went ahead and turned around here. Just kind of cut it out the recording. Save you guys some time. Let's get into this row. Looks like we're at almost 30% for a row, so let's say we go up and down 3 or 4 times. That'll fill this wagon, and I'm not really sure about the other wagon. We've yet to use that 16-foot. We've only used this 18-foot on our operations here, so it'll be kind of exciting to see how many wagons it takes to get this field done here. I do like the green on this chopper. The red also looks really good, but the green's a nice change. I'm not sure what I like more. Let me know if you guys like the red or the green more on these choppers. Some, like, part of me says red, but yet again, this green looks just as good. Alright, so here we are. About 57% at the end of this, probably. Go ahead and turn around. So yeah, we can probably get almost all the way back before we get full, which is nice. Less driving for that Ford to do, especially on a full 18-foot wagon. It's going to be a lot of stuff to haul. We go 80%. Yeah, this is definitely knocking off the corn really quick. Probably can fit, honestly, probably can fit all this in both these wagons. Nice view of our farm. You can see the silos. Alright, let's go ahead here. Let's hop on the Ford. And let's take the wagon right over here to the John Deere. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and pull a little 180 here with the Ford. Now, this is going to be banking on getting some real power out of this thing. Trying to haul one of these wagons. But let's go ahead and see if we can tab over. Just get this 100%. Let's get selected on the wagon here. 97, 98, 99, 100. There we go. Now we can go ahead and get back to the Ford. Drag this wagon over behind the chopper. I swear it's always the last one you tab to. This thing just doesn't accelerate very fast is basically the term we're looking for here. Doesn't reverse, but that's reverse. Let's see if we can get some power out of this thing. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah, she pulls it. It's definitely feeling it, but it pulls it. Oh, look at that. Like nothing. Also notice that we have to go ahead and empty our combine once I'm done recording here, so we can kind of get things wrapped up with harvest. But I'm going to go ahead, get this kind of position right. We're going to get the blower, get the case hooked up to it, and start unloading this here tractor. Looks like we're slipping almost. Alright, here we go. And I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and grab that stuff and get this unloaded. Alright, so we got the 7110 hooked up to the blower here. Let's go ahead and just back this up. Saw the trigger right there. Let's get this unloaded real quick. Ooh, it is slipping. Look at that. Come on. There it is. Alright, well, that's unloaded. We can go ahead and get back in the 8410. Just gotta back this up. Reverse. There we go. Wasn't going to go in reverse, right? Come on. There we go. Alright, let's get back into the field here. Hopefully we can fit the rest of it into this wagon, because I really don't want to have to make another trip. That, well, the Ford's cool and all, it just does not, there's no way around it. It doesn't handle the wagons well. So maybe we're going to switch up our wagon tractor next time. Because, I mean, that's already 7% from that little bit, so we're going to have to really hope this works. See, it's going to be close. I think we're definitely going to fit this in here, though, because we just got, what, 34% and 33%? Yeah, we're good. Let's go and lower it back again here. Go. 50%. Oh, maybe I'm lying. Maybe it is going to be close. Let's see. And one way to find out is to keep going. And I did lie. This trailer is once again not having a fun time getting hauled. You watch here. Like the axle locks up and only goes one direction, and I'm just kind of sliding it behind me here. But it is filling up, and I think we are going to fit it all in the wagon. So that is the bright side of stuff. However, I think I'm just going to leave it in the field because I don't want to deal with hauling that around with the underpowered tractor. I'm going to take this next turn, you guys will be able to see it. It's really not pretty. Yeah, we really don't have much left. Our beans should be done, corn should be done. There's a couple fields that I don't know why when I'm going to sell them, like this one. That'll wait till next year. But here, watch this. The thing is not turning. It's just getting dragged around. We go straighten out here. It should be straightening out, but it's just still getting dragged. Kind of taking out our power, but this should be the last pass, so that is thankfully, not thankfully, I'm not sure. That's probably going to be it for today. I'm trying to get these all pre-recorded. This video should be going up Friday or Saturday. Currently at the National Farm Machinery Show, so all this stuff was pre-recorded a couple days before, and I'm just trying to bang through it all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was kind of unplanned, so I do apologize for switching to the pull behind, but it just felt like we should get some stuff in our stave silos and our harvest stores, if that makes sense. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying the series, let me know. This is my favorite one so far, I think. But now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to look into this new mower I was talking about. Now let me see here if I can find it. Alright, so here it is. We have the New Holland Discbind 200 series. Looks like we have options here, like a deflector on it. Well, we might do that. And then let's see, there's a 08 to 18, a 2019 case. I like this right here. It looks like you can do the caseih New Holland colors. We're going to grab this one with the rear deflector, I think. There we go. And that is a 4-meter mower. And I was thinking we could even get an old disc bind here, but I think we're going to keep it with just that. This is a pretty nice mower, though. And another thing I did is we figured out the 4050 was actually a lease. Now, going through here, when you think about it, if you're mowing to the right, I might try to run a chopper dual on this tractor. We're gonna see how this works. Let's look for, went to beefy front tire, that chopper dual, mirrors, weights, new step, turbo intake. Let's get a GPS on there. Nah. Sure, why not, actually. We'll get some light extensions. And then, what am I missing here? Oh, yeah. That right there. We'll get a chrome clapper. Let's do the pipe. Let's go ahead and check this out. This might be a pretty neat mowing tractor. So yeah, if we're mowing to the right, I see no issue of having this dual for the extra traction. I mean, maybe we could run regular duals, but I don't want to run... Oh. I think that's a map collision. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I think we can run, if we ran a regular dual, we'd definitely run over grass. But if we run this one, I mean, this mower only goes out to this direction. Or maybe we'd even fit a regular dual on there. Yeah, we could. We're gonna just run this for now. I think this looks pretty unique. Alright, so we got this. The next thing I want to buy is a large tractor. I think right here. I love these T8s. Now, I'm only gonna get this if I can get... Okay, so yeah, we do have option for these singles. Those ones just look a little funky. There we go, that's better. Get narrow tires. Alright, and then we went ahead. I purchased an 8410 here. I think I forgot the wide stance, but that's alright. We just put a loader bracket on it so you can hook it back up to our loader. Which I gotta find where that is. It's around here somewhere, right? Hold on. Oh, there it is. It's down here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the loader here. And I'm gonna get the wide stance put back on this. Just because it looks better. So let's, yeah. Oh, get out of flight mode. Alright, so I went and threw the wide on. That looks good right there. Love the look of this tractor. But we're going to go ahead and shut this off. I think that's all we want to get for today. Now, the next task is going to be doing some mowing here. So let's go ahead and check our map. We have this part to mow. This is done. We can do some of this, I think. Let's check farmland. Must we own all that? We own this, this down here. I think we'll mow some of this here, or maybe we can come down here and do this. I think maybe this strip right here we own, right? Yeah, let's check that. Alright, so I just checked. We do own that land. We're going to go ahead, get the 4450, get on the road. It's a little bit of a drive down there, so I'm going to just kind of do this off screen. And I will talk to you guys when we're getting close. I don't think we've been down to this part of the area yet. It's just kind of some land that we ended up with when we bought the farm, apparently. I guess we'll go see what it looks like. Alright, so you look down there, you'll see the grain cart that obviously needs unloaded. That was the last field we did, and there's the other grass that we know we own, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that this year. But it should be left turn right here. And we're down this gravel road, and then we have to take a right when we get to the grain mill. Really nice picturesque view through here. We're going to go ahead and this is some of the land we're going to buy up next year when we start expanding. See, we're saving up the money for it, so it's that money's not going to be with us for much longer. But yeah, this will be bought. Well, obviously, we already own that down there. You can see our statues surrounding our land. But I think the field is kind of behind those trees on top of that hill, so it's pretty far up there. Yeah, I'm going to keep driving, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, so this is the grain mill. Haven't really got to visit here yet. We haven't sold anything, but up this path right here is going to be where our field's at now. It's a steep hill. Definitely, ooh, that's a rough slope. I'm going to have to watch what we're taking up here. Probably will be square bales from what we're looking at, because I don't want to flip a chopper box trying to get up here, because look at that. And, yeah, I think a flatbed and some square bales stacked one high is going to be plenty. Jeez, this hill is crazy. Hopefully it kind of flattens out, because we're not going to be able to mow with this tractor on this surface. This is crazy. That's getting a little better. Yeah, you can already see our elevation change if we look back there. I mean, that is a massive slope. Look at that. We're already probably at the same height. Yeah, look over there, at the same height as that statue. Probably the one over in the distance there as well. Oh, we can't see it. But here's our grass. This does look a little flatter, so let's go ahead. Glad we got this extra tool, I'll be honest. Lowered. Turn it on. Let's see. Looks like we're about as wide as the mower here with our dual, so let's just keep it right here along the edge of the field. And oh, let's see. We got narrow windrow. We can spread this wide if we wanted to. I think we'll just leave it with a narrow windrow. Probably be best for us. This thing does move pretty fast. Tractor seems to like pulling it. So that's a good sign. It is a nice little mower too. Hopefully this ends up working for us pretty good. I know sometimes we have issues with these. They kind of catch on the ground. So we'll see how it takes the corners and the hills and stuff. But right now it looks pretty good. Let's see how we handle this hill. 11, 10, 9. 9 mile an hour is not... That's not bad. That's definitely doable. Yeah, I think you guys will probably agree that we have to do square bales in this field. We're going to have to bring something up here to tet it. Maybe we'll get the inverter. It's probably the best choice, just because a tedder, I don't know, we're going to have to rake it too. But this, leaving it in narrow windrows, we kind of use the inverter and flip the windrows on each other. Might be our best bet. And for now, we just got to worry about getting this mowing done and not breaking anything on our new mower or the upgraded tractor here. And obviously, I talked about expanding all our fields, but I don't think this is going to be one we expand, because I don't want to farm the hill coming up here. It's hard enough to get up it without a machine running. Now, running the equipment while it's trying to get up there is going to be a whole other story. Let's see if we can get that so we're... There we go. I want to get it so when we're going over the middle of this windrow, we're like perfectly lined up there. So I think that's great right there. Alright, well, I am going to kind of keep mowing here. I haven't done a time-lapse in a couple videos, so, you know, why not? Kick it into gear, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, guys, that is it for the mowing today. Pretty happy with how this mower ran. Honestly, didn't take us long at all to mow this. I like the working speed on it. Definitely can knock some bigger fields out with this, I feel like. 4450 pulls it really well. I like the setup. Looks good, feels good. This dual on here actually works pretty good. We weren't running over any grass and gives us that just little advantage with the extra traction. You guys let me know if you think I should just put all duals on this, leave it like this, or just do singles. I just feel like if we ever get the wallboard plowing, we might use this tractor. If we get like a 4-furrow or a 5-furrow, this might work. Might need something a little bigger, but I do like the setup for now. We're going to keep it this way unless someone thinks that this is an absolute atrocity. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and run this back to the farm, and I will see you guys when I get back there. Alright, so we're almost back. Someone's going to have to remind me on the stream this weekend to fix the color of this barn. If this is what we're on, I need to fix this color. I just don't want to do it right now because I don't want to mess up our farm setup. But yeah, we're going to go park this in the new shed. And then it's probably going to be it for today. Now, some other plans we have. We got to start kind of tilling up all these fields so we can get our contours planted. We got to get a slurry spreader so we can spread some liquid manure. I would like to check on our cows. Alright, so the limousines are good. They got straw. Productivity's still low. These guys are good. They need maybe some more straw. The Holsteins and the brown Swiss. And then the beef cows. These guys need straw. We gotta bed those guys. So we can go ahead and do that now, actually. But I think what we'll do... You know, let's back it up in this other barn. This is kind of like our hay barn over here. Keep going. It's not a fast process. That's why I'm kind of pausing the recording here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh. I didn't even hit it. Aww. Alright, well, because I didn't hit it, I'm moving it by hand. Right, there we go. Shut that off, park that there. So we can go ahead and check this out. Now, we have... This is what I'm looking at. This Sunflower 5035. It takes 250 horsepower. It's 10 meter working width and has a 9 mile an hour working speed. Definitely a lot wider than like this. So we're going to go look at it here. And it's a pretty nice piece of equipment. We can run this in the 8R. See, we're going to get the rear hitch on this because in a second, you guys will see what we can hook up to the back of this. So if we find rollers, you'll see right here, we got the Sunflower 7232. Now it's a little basket roller you can throw on the back. It'll help kind of break up the dirt and the big chunks a little more. We're going to go ahead and grab that. And then I think the next thing we're going to check out is a disc harrow is what the game calls them. But, you know, it's just a disc. Now our options here are another Sunflower, which it's a VT. Kind of thinking about getting this. Just we have our Sunflower tillage equipment. It's 15 meters. That's a big piece of equipment. Or we have the option for the McFarlane reel disc right here. So you can see it's got the discs and the reels and all the harrows here. Another reel. We can get this in McFarlane or Summers red. Summers green? I guess it's Summers. So we have that option. We got the Summers diamond disc. In this Landau VT. And honestly, I think this might just be a little big for what we're doing. So, I think we're going to go ahead here. Get the McFarlane disc. Go ahead and buy that. Oh, we got to move some stuff. All right, and let's go ahead, grab our reel disc. We're going to get it red. I think that just sticks out a little more. Let's buy that. All right. Now that takes 250 horsepower, and so does the cultivator, the Sunflower. Now, if we check our vehicles here, we have the 285, that's 285 horsepower, and then we have the 8345. I think we're going to run the 8345 on the cultivator, and then the Magnum on the disc here, just because this also has the harrow behind it. So let's go ahead here, hop in the shed. We're going to get these hooked up and get them right beside each other. because today we will be running the 8345R. Let's get that front end lifted up. We're going to run the 8R, doing some some cultivating on one of our fields back there. And then what we'll do is have the disc go out to one of the bean fields that we had cut and go ahead and disc up those beans. Let's hook up the cultivator. And let's go back up to the little roller. There we go. All right, we're all hooked up there. All right, so we're gonna hop in the MX right here, get this thing fired up. And let's see, let's go over to our disc. Now, this tractor I think is a little physically smaller. I don't know if it's the scaling issue or just it's actually smaller. But, you know, this disc looks bigger than it did in the shop, I won't lie. It's pretty chunky. Definitely glad we didn't get that 15-meter disc. That would have been way too much. But, so yeah, this is honestly... I see why this takes so much horsepower now. It's actually bigger than our cultivator. But let's go ahead and look at what we're going to work here. Alright, so we got the tractors all lined up. Went ahead and checked everything on them. And we are good to go. So as I was saying, what we're probably going to do today is field 32. That corn stalk when I get ripped up with the cultivator. Or we could come up here and do 16. I don't know. Maybe we'll do 16. That's a cool one to do. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and hop on the tractor here. And we'll hop up in. You know, I'm going to try to record this as a time lapse for my TikTok. So if the angle's a little weird, I'm sorry. But I'm just doing this for that cool time lapse effect. But yeah, so what we're going to do is take the tractor up here. Get through the mud from the manure pit. But, and you'll see they have finally fixed the round bales with the new patch, which is good. So they're no longer falling to the ground. But we'll get up here, come up this trail, and we'll have to make a left turn up here. Have to get up this hill, wherever that is. I think it's all the way at the end of this path. Alright, yeah, have to make a really wide turn here. Take a little bit of power to get up this hill. Jeez. This thing's struggling. Come on, you can do it. There we go, we're getting some speed now. So yeah, we'll run the cultivator on this, and then I think what we'll do is we'll head back to the farm, and we might run the disc harrow today, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to or not. Now, let's see, I think the fields, we're almost up it. Field should be around this corner. I haven't been up here for a while. I think this is one of the first things we did on this map. There we are. And let's get up. Come on. Here we are. Alright. Let's unfold the harrow. Unfold the cultivator. There we go. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and run the hard worker on this just so we can get it nice and even. And it's good for the time lapse, I won't lie. This video is also going to get a time lapse here. But for now, it is going to start going somewhere. I'm going to have to up down passes first and then the headlands last. I believe that is how the professionals do it. This worker is not going to like backing up with the harrow on here. Alright, let's go there. Get the harrow lowered. There we go. It was just going to take us a while, honestly. Yeah, so I'm going to have to cut out. You guys won't see it because I'm going to cut it out, I think. If you do, I just didn't want to. I wanted to go to bed because I'm recording this kind of late. But we're going to go ahead and just do as much of this as we can. I'm going to go to a time lapse on the video in a little bit too. But I'm just going to kind of sit back and watch some tillage go on. I love the views on this map. You can see all the buildings down there through the valley. It's awesome. Alright, well, I'm going to spare the boring, or the boringness here in a bit. And we're going to get on our next pass here. Let's get right here. Gotta get used to switching to the right implement, because you'll see we have in the top left we have the cultivator and then the harrow. So if I have the wrong one selected, it just kind of messes with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna kick this into gear, hit it with a time lapse. Talk to you guys when we're done or somewhere. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Oh my goodness, we're just selling on this completely. I'm gonna get flamed in the TikTok comments so hard. That GPS track kind of messed us up. Let's go ahead and hop on this next one. It should be a little better. Alright, yeah. I'll see you guys in a bit. We're going to go kick into a time lapse. Thanks for watching so far. Leave a like if you guys are liking it. If you like the new setup. This video I haven't recorded in a while. This video is kind of messy. I apologize. Or you know what? I did. I recorded after the show once, but you know, I'm trying to get back into the groove. The farm show kind of threw me off. But all right, I'll stop yapping. Time lapse time. Alright guys, that is going to be it for tilling today. I know I didn't finish it all, but we're going to make another pass with a finish tillage pass, so it's no big deal. We got the majority of the field done. I'll be back. I'm not going to leave it like that. I just, this is not running very good around the edges as you guys saw. And we're going 26 miles an hour down the hill, and I don't even have my foot on the gas. Now, you guys know we don't have a lot of options for slurry tanks yet. Now, this is what we're going to be getting right here. It's a James Way Ultra Track 5200 gallon. There's no horsepower requirement for this, which is kind of why I don't know how we're going to pull it just yet. But we can look at the wheels we want to get. We only have two options. We'll probably run with these, and we can get one jet down, two, one at the top. So it looks like this one actually does the widest spread. I don't know how that works. We get some work lights on there. That looks good. And alright, so there's our new spreader. I don't understand why this single jet does a wider spread. We're gonna have to mess around with that and see if that's true. If not, we're gonna have to get some different jets fit on there. I'm just looking at the underside of this. Looks pretty nice. We got a hitch there. I'm not sure what the hitch is for. But looking at this, I think... I think we'll get maybe the MX or the 8R on this. Or maybe we can even try the AGCO. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead, and I think we'll go with the 8R first and see how that works. Or you know what? We've been using that a lot. Let's grab the MX. It's a little bit smaller of a tractor, but I don't think that slinger is going to take much more than what we have here. Alright, so we're going to get this fired up. Going to unhook the grain cart. I was trying to rearrange some stuff because that tillage equipment takes up a lot of room there in the shed. And I do apologize, the audio has been a little weird this video. I just had to adjust it. I didn't realize I had two audio sources on, so it should be better now. If it was bad. And let's see. Let's go ahead and back up right here. Does that not have a hitch? Huh. Or is that like an adapter? It looks like that's the hitch and you have an adapter here. I don't know where that hooks up to though. Looks like a lock. Huh. That's weird. Anyways, that looks pretty good behind this. I'd say maybe even the ag would have been fine on this, but I wanted to use the case a little bit. Let's go ahead and go fill this up. We should have plenty of slurry to use right now because we don't have any solid manure in some of these pens. So we'll get that and go figure out a field where to dump it. Alright, I went ahead and fixed our audio on here, so we should be a little quieter for the tractor. Now let's go ahead and back up to our slurry pit here, or what is our slurry unload point. Snug it between here. There we go. Now we don't have too much slurry, so we're gonna have to buy some, it looks like. We're actually missing. There we go, it's better. I think what we'll do is we might pave a little drop down here. Because we have a nice pad for the milk, but not really anything good for our slurry. Alright, we're all full. Let's go ahead. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of an issue trying to get this thing in and out of here. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now that we're full, we can go ahead and get our map here. Now, we have the options. I think we're going to do 20 and 15 here first, because that is the next thing I want to cultivate up, because we're going to make that all one field here. Next, we'd have this area, 11 and 8. Yeah. So we'll go ahead down, do 20 in field 15. See how many loads that takes. I'm not sure how heavy this throws manure down. We'll have to see. And there's no double application rate in this game, I don't believe. So let's just go ahead and get on the road. We'll probably have to feed our cows a little bit, because after we do this, we are going to start speeding up time a little more, because we're all done with harvest. We're done with most of our stuff. We got to pick up some hay. But other than that, we're kind of nearing the end of our crop season. And it's just going to be working on the cows and selling some grain is really all we have to do. This tractor is a wobbly. Look at this thing. I need to get that checked out. I don't know if we have something going bad or it's just the manure tanker being so heavy behind us. Alright, let's go ahead here. Let's check this out. Alright. Let's see, everything's hooked up. Looks like we got the PTOs all good. Our hydraulics are good. These axles actually steer, which is really cool, but I don't want to know what happens when one of those breaks. So we're going to be nice and gentle with this. It's pretty expensive too, but let's go ahead. Turn that on. And there's our spreading width. It's not too wide, but that's decent. It's better than our solid manure spreader. I just am not sure if that is gonna be wider than the double jet. So maybe we'll try to get the double jets fitted on here and see how that works, or we'll just call the dealer and see what they say. But for now, this is fine. We don't have fields that are that big. It does drain pretty quick though, so we have to make a few trips back and forth to get this thing filled back up. But it looks like it covers nice. We'll be able to till this in, incorporate it with the dirt, get a good crop next year. So yeah, we'll probably take like 2 or 3 tanks to do this field is what it's looking like. Because we're just about 50% after one pass, and I'd say we have 3 or 4 passes here. And we'll be doing that bean field needs some fertilizer. We're going to buy, I think, that valley, and we're going to buy this big cornfield here too. Other than that, we're going to keep our land kind of the same for next year. Like I said, we're going to get this one. We might... Yeah, we're going to own these fields. We'll get 24. Other than that, we're going to leave all these alone. We might get like 37. But we'll have this field, probably these, this one. I'd say that's a good amount of land for our second year. We do need to get a new combine because we're having issues with the combine. Broke down. Dealer took it back. They were saying that since it was so new, I mean, this is our first year on the farm. We just bought that combine. We might end up just getting a new one. again. So we're going to have to see in the next coming weeks here what we do with that. We obviously have time. We don't have harvest for almost another full year, which is a good thing. We got plenty of time to think about if we want to go a different route with our combine. Let's go ahead. Let's let that empty out all the way. There we go. Let's take it back around. Let's go this way this time. We don't go this way too often. See, we've got the big barn here, still empty. Gotta grow our operation. It's a good thing we have it though. It's already built. Bought the farm with it. Once you get the amount of cows that we actually can fill it up, we'll be in good shape. I do want to build a little path just right here so I can just pull through here. It'll be nice and easy to back this thing up once we get that path. Gotta not get too close to the concrete this time. Alright, let's fill this thing up. Alright, we're all filled for the second time. Let's go ahead and swing this thing around here. Hopefully this gets us the rest of the way through that field. We also have this bit right here we can do, but I might save that for another time just because I don't want to run on spreading manure for half an hour. I know that'll get pretty boring. Let's go take this out the main farm drive. I want to decorate this some more. This drive just feels a little bare. I don't know if it's the grass. I think it might be the grass just being tall and not cut. I'm not sure. This thing's definitely feeling it up that hill. Here we go. So my ideas for next spring is we're going to get this and kind of make it contour fields like we did the other half of the farm. So we'll buy the cornfield to the right here. We'll let the neighbors harvest it because we don't really need the corn, and it'll be cheaper if we just buy it after they cut it. So that'll be good. We'll have that. My plan is to maybe do contours here and then have two that kind of bend around. And then, you know, in the following years, we can come down and get 5. We'll have the options to do 11 here. But yeah, I think if we have like contours that split off this way, and we'll have some that split off that way, and they won't be the same field, but you'll be able to tell they're going the same direction. And I think that'll look pretty cool. It'll flow well with the theme of the map and the hills and stuff. Alright, we're going to spin around here. Let's get going back down this way. And hopefully this is our last pass for the field. There we go. This is a pretty nice slurry spreader. I don't mind the single jet. I don't love that there's 3 wheels. I mean, I would rather have 2 on this. I feel like 2 kind of centered on it would be a little nicer. Or like 3/4 of the way back on the trailer. Just more to maintain when we have 3 axles, but I guess they're there for a reason. So I won't doubt it. Alright, so there's that. Let's go ahead and shut the thing off. There we go. And you know what? I want to go check out here. Is this massive slurry lagoon we have? What the heck? Shit, something. I'm going to back this up here. Now, we're supposed to... This is supposed to be paired with that big barn. You just scrape the manure off in it. I want to see what it looks like when we back this up to it. And maybe we can just relocate our, like our loading point to this, and that'd be kind of cool, actually. But let's see. Let's just back it up here for fun. I know this is actually where the pump goes, but I also just want to get my thumbnail and see what this looks like. Yeah, look at that. That lagoon is huge. So, this is what we're looking at right here. A Claas or Cat Lexion 590. Now this says 560 to 580. That's not right because we have a 590 right here. This is a fairly large combine. It's got some doles on it. It's got the foldable grain tank. I think this will be cool to use. Now I don't know if I want to use the doles or the wide tires here. I might actually go with these wide tires. That might look a little better, but we're gonna go ahead. It's $245,000. We're gonna go ahead and buy one of these. There it is. Now we gotta get. Right now, we're just gonna get the grain header. So looking here, we're gonna end up probably running either the Geringhoff or the Capello header. There's not a specified corn head for this one, but there is a specified grain header for it. Let's find them. We have the Varios, got the Gen 2. They're all Gen 2 headers. All right, let's see. So we have 6 meters, 6.6, 7.5. So those numbers go by meters. I mean, even a 9-meter head isn't too big, and then a 6-meter is very small. I think this 750 is going to be a good choice for us. Get the laser sensors, go ahead and buy that. And another thing we're going to do actually is we got to grab a new semi. We had issues with the last one. We have a lot of options now though, but honestly, this 379, the in-game auto, was pretty nice. However, I am going to look at a few of our options here. So, let's see. Got some Volvos, Peterbilts, the Lizard. I'm going to have to make up my mind, and then I think it'll be a surprise which semi we get. Because we also got to grab a new low loader, and probably a bale trailer. Alright, so we're all done purchasing and customizing everything. Got the combine, the new semi, a low loader, and the header. Now, I did have to kind of restart the save game because one of the trucks I tried to use broke my game. So, with that announcement, here is our semi. We went ahead and just took the Lizard 379 because it is a good mod. It is not going to break my game, and it doesn't look half bad. It sounds good. Got some Jake brakes. Did the crimson frame on here. Thought it looked pretty neat. It's just blacked out. I don't know if I like this black. It's like some, I guess you can see the pearlescent metallic in it. Chrome grill, chrome accents, and it sounds good too. We will start that up in a second, but first let's get the new combine. Fire this thing up. I don't know if I like the glass. We might change the glass texture on here. It's giving some FS13 vibes. Let's go ahead. And let me know if you guys like the combine. I thought it is a pretty cool thing to do. It's not very common. And I kind of been wanting to use one of these for a little while. So let's go ahead and back it on the trailer here. Let's get it right there. Be centered. I'm doing quite a bit of hauling recently. All right, let's put it right there. And now we're gonna hop on the semi. Let's get this thing fired up. Let you guys listen to that. Let's get our lights on. We got the cab lights. Got the tinted glass, the tan interior. It's pretty nice. Let's hook up the low loader. Get it strapped on, and we're gonna have them deliver our header because we don't have the header trailer for that just yet. And I don't know if we want to buy one because we don't really need it. There's not really ever any traffic through the valley here. Let's go ahead and let's get going. Man, this snow is making it, I mean, not terribly bad, but you know, it's definitely lower visibility than normal. Hopefully we start getting some plowing up on the ground because I do like when it snows, you can do some plowing. It does kill my frames though, so maybe we're going to start waiting this out until I keep recording. Oh, listen to the Jake brake on that. Oh, that is nice. You can hear it downshifting. Let's turn that off. We're pulling in the yard. Alright, so we are going to have to kind of squeeze the combine into the big shop, I think. And I think we can get it right in here. Alright, let's hook that. Let's pull the semi ahead. We're going to leave it running because we are going to be moving it in a second. And we might be running back to the store because there is a lot more equipment that we need to go ahead and buy. I kind of forgot how much stuff that we do not have. Like, we need planting equipment, all that. We might at least order it and see if we can get it ready to ship. But for now, we're going to get the combine in the shop here, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do. we go. All right, so there is the brand new combine in the shed. Now, without further ado, we are going to go back to the semi. I don't know why I said without further ado again. I think I've said that like 3 times. Let's hook back up to the trailer. And you know what? I think we are going to go ahead and just buy something now. Let's go ahead and look here. All right, so I do remember what we need to get. It is not a planter, because we're going to wait on that. I do not like what the store has right now, but what we're going to get is this right here, this Timty F4000 seed tender. Look at this thing. It is custom made to have a seed tender on it. You can see it running on the bottom there, and it comes out the back here as a seed tender. And we're going to go ahead and just get it with steel wheels on it. Let's go ahead and buy that. And what we'll do is bring the semi-trailer and back it up right over here beside the shop. Or you know what? I think what we should do is kind of leave it here. This is somewhat out of the way. But, you know, we can still get to it. Let's unhook it there. All right, and let's go ahead. Let's get a top speed run on this semi right here. It says 74. I want to see how fast we can get it there. Let's get it. Alright, so it's not very fast. It's not terribly slow, but we also don't have the biggest motor we can get in this. Maybe an upgrade to get some tunes for it. Really getting ripping down the road. Alright, so the snow held off now that we're here. So that's nice. So you can see it's actually pretty nice out for December. I'm not sure the exact temperature we have out here right now, but definitely not window down weather. Let's see if we can... Okay, I don't have back window. Use that to... Oh, look at that. We're hooked up. And let's see. Cover... Pipe out. Okay, so that is just... I think it chooses between these hoppers when we do that. Alright, let's go take this back. And this obviously just means we're going to get us probably a pretty large seeder. We're going to do probably some contract work around the map, which is something I don't do a lot of. But now that we're in seasonal here, you guys will start to see a lot of these fields around us change. And while we will buy some, doing contracts on those other fields, which I think this map has, yes it does. Doing contracts on these other fields is going to probably prove successful, I guess would be a way to say it, with making us money. Get that Jake brake on. We'll listen to that. Alright, so let's go ahead. I don't know where I want to put this trailer. I would like to put this inside, but this is pretty long. I don't know. Is this going to fit? Is this going to fit in the shop up here? Let's give this kind of a... You know what? I'm thinking it might just fit in here. I'm going to watch the mud. I'm going to get stuck for mudding. Now, let's see. Backing it in here might actually be the harder part than fitting it. Let's try to get it... Come on. Alright. Just cut that really hard this way. We got to watch the pipe back there. I cut that a little too hard. Let's try it again. Come on. Alright, well, we can make the turn. That's a good start. Well, the question is going to be... Oh, how close are we? Oh, we got this. This is great. Right there. We're going to go ahead and get our planter ordered. And hopefully by springtime, which will be in the end of this video, it'll be here, all ready to go. But to start, we're going to get it spec'd out and kind of get a total on our seeds and everything that we need to buy for the planting season. All right, well, I'm looking at her planter. I'm looking at this 2150 early riser. Now, I think this is kind of what we're wanting here. Supplement buckets, numbers, got the Lizard farm tires. And we got the smart box on there. And then we'll get to the liquid fertilizer. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and order one of these. 175 grand. It's kind of expensive, but no need to worry. We have plenty. And honestly, yeah. So we got the 12 row there. And for a seeder setup, I'm not too sure yet. We don't have too many options. That's why I'm not sure. I mean, we have the Seed Hawk. That's way too big, though. And then we have the Hudson Pickler, and then this Great Plains. We don't really have anything. Um, we have this Great Plains, which actually might be even bigger than this one. It is. We got like the Bednar, but even that is not big at all. So we might wait on a seeder. We're going to do some planting first, it looks like. Sprayers, we do need to buy a sprayer. I think we're going to get this Best Way. We're not going to buy it just yet, but for when we do, that's what we're going to get. And then, let's see. We should have a seed tender somewhere. I'd like to get one of those. There they are. And we're going to get, to match, we're going to get a red J&M 390 speed tender. I know we have the semi-trailer, but I don't know if we're going to actually keep that. I realized how big that was, and we're only running a 12-row planter, so I think that's good. But we're going to go ahead, kind of skip through some time here. I'm going to be keeping up with the cows while we're doing this, but next thing you guys should see, it should be pretty dang near planting season. So hope you guys are liking the video so far. Hope you like the planter we just bought. Hope you're excited to watch us get it going. We got some fields there to plant, which is probably what we're going to do first. We have field 34, 28, 19. We got 16 up top. We got these guys over here. So we got lots to do. And you know what? I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get through this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, guys, I'm just checking in. It's January. And currently just feeding the cows. You can see, I thought about doing some snow removal, but I don't have anything. So we're just feeding the cows currently. I'm just giving you guys a few updates here in the winter. So here, we fed these guys. I'm glad we have the mechanical front wheel drive on there, just because some thick snow we got. You'll see these guys are looking pretty good. We got to clean them out. Got some decent amount of manure waiting for us for the spring. Yeah, everything's going pretty good. Nothing too exciting. I think our cows are really starting to produce some milk here. So you see we have, on these guys, they have 31,000 liters of milk. We got 50,000 liters of slurry. And they're all looking pretty good on food. So, yep, that's it for January. I'm going to see if anything crazy happens in February. If not, I'm just going to go straight to like March and planting season. We do have some spring tillage to do as well, but we're going to start off doing some planting because obviously that is what the video is about today. Ugh. Well, it is officially that time. It is April. It is planting season for our corn, oats, beans, everything we normally run on our farm. It's 5:32 in the morning. Got the truck out of the garage all cleaned up. Had a ton of salt in it from the winter you guys saw. But yeah, trees are green. Grass is green. It's looking up. Basically, what we have to do today is run down to the farm. Probably get the MX is going to be our planting tractor. Hook that up to the new planter we ordered. Store said it was delivered. I'm not sure where. We're going to find that out. And we're supposed to have some seed down our shed too. We had someone deliver. Our seed dealer over at the Pioneer said he'd take them, put them in the shop for us. So we're going to go see where everything's at. Kind of excited, ready to get planting. Start of a new year. We'll have lots of grass work, all that fun stuff coming up. So I guess we're going to go find stuff. And I pulled all this stuff out yesterday. We were doing some just maintenance on the cart before we parked it. I kind of forgot to do it in the fall. But yeah, I'm going to go find where the stuff's at, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, well, we just got in the MX all fired up. Put the grain carts away, the gravity wagons, and it looks like, along with all of our other new stuff we've been buying, the new planter is right out here. There's the new seed tender. This thing looks pretty nice. Looks like our jack stand does not want to work. Oh well. There we go, all hooked up. Looks good. This should have plenty of power to pull this. And let's go ahead. We're going to get the truck and hook it up to the seed tender so you can get this thing filled up. Alright, and we actually had to pull out the old square body here. Or not the square body. The OBS from the seed tender. For some reason we don't have the right hitch on the Duramax. So, seeder's all filled up. You can see it's probably a little much to pull with the GMC here, but it does it. Got that 4x4. And yeah, seeder's all filled up. So we're going to go ahead and kind of get going with our first run of planting here. Now you see we got some rain on the forecast, but the sky's looking pretty clear, so I think we're all right to go. Now let's just hop up on the MX here. Everything looks good. We got our seed sense monitor on here. I'm actually going to play with the wheel for the first time in a while today. I had this hooked up. I was playing some ATS earlier in the past couple days, you guys would know. But now we can go ahead and use it for some farm sim. A little smoother gameplay. And I think what I want to do is we're going to go plant... Let's see. We also went and bought some more fields. We have 21, 17. We got all those to cultivate. We have our big field here. We're going to do our contours in, but I don't know if I want to do that today. I think today what I want to do is probably just come over here, get this thing dialed in on field 28. Now we have the options for soybeans in here too. We can do corn, soybeans, all that stuff. So let's go ahead, kind of weave through our farm here. We'll swerve around the corner. And we're going to come up here to our newly renovated field. And we're going to give this thing a go. I'm probably not going to run GPS on this just yet. Let's see. Let's get this unfolded. Alright. Everything looks alright for now. Now, everything now does not look alright. Hold on. Alright, I think it fixed itself. Go ahead and lower it. Turn it on. Is this going to work? Oh, it does. That's good. I was kind of questioning if this mod would work. I think it's a sketchy conversion. But it does work. And I'm glad because it really does fit our farm pretty well. Matches our tractor here. Yeah, looks like we're laying some pretty good rows down behind us. Like our yield monitor, seed sense is doing good for our precision planting. Look at that. But remember my controls on my side panel here. And let's go ahead. Let's try to set... Do a worker? Something with this doesn't like the AI worker. It's not letting us get in here. It's like a lot of errors. It's probably why. It's not letting us get in and even generate a course. Yeah. Alright, let's just go ahead and do our up and down passes. We'll just have to do this manually. Well, no issue with that. This thing looks great doing it. Certainly is fun to drive. I think we'll definitely have to fix this thing though, because we are going to want our GPS when we get to some of our big fields. That or we'll just have to switch out our planter. We'll just have to see when we get there, I guess. See if our ridge markers work. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they do. We'll actually be able to use those. Gotta watch my planting. Don't have a ridge marker on this one. Should have put it down. Let's watch our backside here. Make sure we're not going too far off. There we go. That should lift our ridge marker out of the ground. Flip to the other side. Alright, let's see how this works. We're going to go a little bit to the left of it just to assure we don't miss too much. Alright, and I went ahead up to our FOV in the cab a little bit, just so we can kind of sit here and see a little more than we're regularly able to, which is nice. You can see I got the front right there, and I barely have to look back to see the planter back here. The same thing on this side. Looks like we're doing good. Alright, let's lift up here. And should be good with the ridge marker. Let's go ahead and lower the planter in. Final pass on this end. These spring months look so good in this game. Just look at that. Alright. This is almost our first field of corn for the year. So we got a couple more passes in our headlands. Let's hug the outside here. We might be able to fit this in one pass. I think it's just a little too wide. I love using this tractor. It sounds good. It looks good too. One of my favorite looking cases. Alright. Now let's... Oh, I got a random collision or something. Let's get our headland here. There we go. Alright, we missing any? Like a little bit right there. Get that up good. Let's swing this wide right here. There we go. Apologize if you guys can hear the wheel too. I'll have to get used to recording with it and trying to be quiet. Can be loud sometimes. It just depends on the mic I have set up and if I have noise suppression on. That looks like good there. We just have our headland on the north side here. I'll probably have to come back and touch that up, the bit of grass that we're missing. Let's turn here. And there we are. Let's just get the headland finished. Alright, well, there's our first field. I am gonna leave this unfolded just because we're gonna scoot this way. Let's see. So we have a field here. We could probably come over and do 19 if we wanted to. I think we have 32 needs cultivated. One of these other fields are pretty big, actually. But I think what we'll do is we're going to take this back to the farm, get it parked. So let that fold in. Yeah, we're going to go get this parked. There's probably a few things we got to check before we get planting too much to the planter. Got to make sure we're all dialed in. Make sure everything looks good. We're not using too much seed. But from what it looks like, everything ran perfect. What I will do is just kind of run this around the farm here. We have some random collisions here we got to figure out. Not sure what it is. I think that might have been something that I edited, or is it the planner? I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and swing it around here. And we'll go put this in the big shop in our work area. And then we'll pull the seed tender and everything in as well. We have the yard filled with all of our equipment. Got the work truck out here, and this thing just looks so good. I love the graps on the stalks on this thing. Cattle guard, all that. We got the seed tender here on the old OBS Chevy, or GMC. We did get the parts ordered for this planter that we needed. You can see the jack stand still broke, so we're going to be getting that fixed here pretty soon. Everything in here is still pretty much the same. We had the big Steiger out. We were running the disc on the last live stream. It's actually been about a week since we've been on here. But if you guys haven't been checking into the live streams, we have been getting a lot of work done planning, and it's not by any means done yet. But hopefully I'll be able to knock this out tonight after I record. We have to do maybe 1 or 2 more fields here. Field 16 needs done, and then really just probably 23 up there. And because I think this is done, we got 32, and maybe we got to plant some crop in one of these grass fields. But today's plan is going to be treating some of the crops that we have already got planted. Apparently I lost my cowboy hat today, but I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and hop in the MX285. We're going to actually take the duals off this. You see we're running it on the Vaderstad seeder here, but I think we're going to be done with that for now. So what we'll do is kind of sneak past the planter here, pull it into the shop, take the duals off, and we're going to go pick something up that was new from the shop. Alright, so we had to scoot the planter out of the way there. Just picked it up with the skid steer and scooted it out. Let's see. We'll repair this while we're in here. Make some new paint on it. And let's see. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and just pop the duals off this. Go singles. There we go. Let's customize that. Alright, let's fire it up. Apparently the first time I've painted something in this game. There we go. And we're going to just take this on a quick drive. You know what? Let's spray it off first, too. Let's see, does it need it? Yeah, that needs it. We're going to have to kind of carry the hose over our hitch here. There we go. This thing nice and clean. We'll get the cab. Let's get the hitch, all this stuff sprayed off. The wheels, the rims. There we go, it's looking good. Let's get under the hood here. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the shed here. And we're going to go out this way. Obviously, I still need to get the combine off the semi. That's been there for a while. Just haven't had a spot to put it in the shed because we've just had so much stuff out everywhere. We've been so busy on this farm. Alright, let's get on the road. We're just heading south here for a little bit through the hills. Now you guys can see we expanded the field a little bit here too. There's a little bit of grass mixed in there. There's one grass field near the top. But we have oats, beans, and mainly corn, I think is what's in there. You can see got a V field of corn, long strip of corn, long strip of oats, and then a strip of oats and strip of beans up here. So yeah, and then over here we got oats, corn, beans, and then another thing of corn. So this will be pretty fun to harvest once we get it all set up. Today what we're going to do, and you're going to see in a second, we're going to buy something to go ahead and work on our fields that we just planted here. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and go to sprayers here. And I don't know if these work. We have these side tanks, but that'd really be used for planting. Anyways, what we're going to do today is buy the Best Way Ag Field Pro 1200. It's 25 grand for a new sprayer. That's actually not too bad. We thought about maybe just leasing a big sprayer, but I figured, you know, let's just buy our own, and we're going to have it for, you know, years to come. We can sell it and actually have something that our money goes to instead of just leasing it and having to turn it back in. Alright, let's go hook that up. And I would have liked to get a little wider spacing on the tractor, but I think we're at proper row crop here. Row of corn should fit in the middle there. Let's go ahead. Let's haul this back to the farm. And we're going to have to get some liquid fertilizer to spray in here. We'll obviously be able to use this for like some weed killer too, herbicide, all that stuff when we get there. And then the only thing we'll be missing is probably something to spread some lime, because I do think we're going to need some lime on some of our fields here from the reports I got. But for now, we just got to get some fertilizer on here, get this stuff growing. And then obviously some of this has manure on it. You guys know we spread solid manure on that top field last year. I don't think any of this stuff got slurry. So that will be one thing. These fields on this side are going to have to get a little more. Probably don't have as much nitrogen in them, so we're going to have to see what we have to apply there. But we're going to go ahead and pull this into the shop for now, because we're going to have to go pick up our liquid fertilizer, probably from the co-op. So let's go ahead here. And we're going to hook the pickup up to a little trailer, and we'll drive over to the co-op, the seed dealer, and we'll get that figured out here shortly. Let's get this right here. Let's turn it off, and let's go get in the Duramax. I don't remember clicking my mouse. I don't know why this is opening. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the old GMC is going to stay on the seed tender, but we will go ahead and hop in our 6.6. Alright, so we went ahead, we got the tilt deck here hooked up. We actually just went and picked this up over the weekend. It's a Diamond C tilt deck. You guys have not seen this. You didn't see me pick it up. It was kind of stored back over by the cow barn, so you didn't see it earlier either. But we are going to take this, pick up the skid steer, and grab our pallet forks. And it's kind of not a far drive, but it really, we should just probably throw the skid steer in the back here. It's going to save us time in the long run. I don't actually know where the skid steer is. We're going to have to go looking for it. I'm actually kind of scared. Did it get stolen? Where's it at? Hold on. Alright, no worries. Skid steer was hidden in the garage back here. Not the garage, the cow shed. We must have left it here. I don't know where the bucket is. I'm going to hook that somewhere. But get out of the way, cows. As they're all on our way. And now the mixer's in the way, unless we can scoot it through here, which we can't. Let's get this out of the way. It's like playing... I don't even know. Gotta pull a whole fire drill to get all the stuff out of the way to just go pick up our fertilizer. Alright, there we go. And then I did bring the pallet forks out. Those are right here. Let's just hook up there. Alright. Now, I have not loaded this. I've never used a tilt deck before. So this is... Let's see. Tilt it? I guess it's simple enough. You tilt it. So basically, we took the pins out of there. It kind of tilts itself back, and then as we drive up on this, should tilt down. Maybe we gotta go. Oh, look at that! This thing is feeling it. Why is this not going down? Hello? There it is. All right. Let's hop back in the skid steer. I mean, really, we should just be loading this on the axle, but that truck is not liking it. Maybe the skid steer is a little heavy. Come on, get me in the truck. Alright, let's see how this works. Well, that pulls it. We're just a little front, or back heavy. Front of this is pretty light, but, you know, just pour through that mud just fine. Well, let's just go ahead. Let's get this thing on down to our co-op. And we're probably going to watch throwing the straps on here. I think we're going to leave it how it is. Got thrown in a manual for a second there. That was a little weird. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, this skid steer is heavy. I'll tell you what, we can really feel that thing back there. Look at that. We're really taking some power to get this going. Well, it's going though. Yeah, right here is our seed dealer. I went ahead and gave him a call. I've never seen the guy, but he said our fertilizer is going to be out there, so let's hope he's telling the truth. We also had to, we just went ahead and threw our straps on the trailer here. It was kind of sliding around back there, but oh man, this truck keeps getting thrown into neutral. I don't know what I'm hitting. I don't see a neutral button, but he said they're going to be in the shop or on the side there. Oh, there they are. Hey, he had a skid steer here. We went ahead, went through all that loading our skid steer, and he has one right there. We could have just hopped in. Bet you the keys are in it too. All right, let's go ahead. Let's just tilt it back a little bit. There we go. Oh, gotta watch. Don't break anything on the truck trying to get this off. Oh, take our strap off. Back it up. Alright. Then we'll go put this in here, and then we'll back the truck up. Kind of give us a good spot to load it. Probably right on the front there. There we go. Come on, let's get these pallets. Really, I'm surprised they don't have just a regular forklift for all the pallets they handle, but I guess it's probably just cheaper for them to grab the skid steer. Probably already had it or something, but Hey, ours is nicer. At least we got our luxury. Still brought it. And this thing never has an issue lifting heavy stuff up. You know, sometimes the skid steer will get back heavy, but this thing never had an issue with it. And it's got a pretty good reach, as you can see. You can get this on the other half of the trailer. Just drop it there. Apologies if you can hear my wheel or anything too. It's nice to play with it because it gives me much more smooth gameplay. It's just sometimes it's a little loud. Alright. It's the only reason I would want the, the farm sim wheel. It's just because it's quiet and not force feedback. Even when force feedback's off on my Logitech, it's still just loud. Alright, let's get this lined up. I'm going to scoot that one over just that's a little too much. Alright. Alright, so we got our fertilizer loaded. The hitch weight on this trailer, it does not distribute it very well. We gotta try to tilt this up. We're gonna hope the skid steer can even this out, because right now the weight on our hitch is just not optimal. Would be a good way to put it. So let's try that, and then come on. I'm stuck in the paddle forks. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, that's even worse. I'll actually scoot this back, because I bet you those fertilizer pallets are pretty heavy. Let's see how this works. Ooh. We got enough steering. We're squatting, but we have enough steering to kind of get us on the road here, I think. Oh. Ooh, it's gonna be... This is tough. We're gonna have to scoot those pallets back. We're just too far up. Too much tongue weight. Alright, so we put one in the bed. We put one kind of there and scooted the skid steer back. So now I think we're good. This doesn't look anywhere near as neat as it was, but it works. So we're going to go with it. Just basically can't see anything behind us. We got to just use our tow meters to take a peek back there. But it looks like this is going to work all right. Like I said, we don't have too far of a drive, so I think this is going to work just fine. Look at that. She looks pretty. I love this truck so much. Alright, so we're going to go. It's the main entrance of the farm here. And we got to go really slow because I do not want to flip this. There we go. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, where do we want to pull this? Let's do a little 180 here. Alright, we'll go ahead and park the truck here, kind of in the middle of the yard, I know. But it just gives us a good opportunity to get this anywhere we want it. We can get both sides of it, so just going to pull this out of the garage. And we'll... Man, we're running into just random barriers everywhere. I can't even hit this. I don't see anything. I really gotta figure out what that is. It's here too. Alright, well, I'll fix your guys' view there for a second. And it... Okay. It's just everywhere we go. Great. Oh, now it's good. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing filled up. Let's see. Oh, no, there's another invisible wall. Don't worry, guys. Come on, dude. This is really, affecting the gameplay and the realism here. It's ruining my immersion, as someone would say. There we go. Let's refill it. And how much do these things hold? It holds 2,000? Alright. We really don't need that much. We're not going to fill this up all the way. We'll probably take 1,500 here. Yeah, that's good. Alright, well, we are finished filling up here. I had to move the whole operation because the collisions were bugging me there. What are we filling out of now? Probably that one. But I also grabbed the thumbnail, so we're all good to go. And my wheel just decided to recalibrate in the middle of recording. That's cool. Anyways, the last thing we have to do today is do a little spraying. So what we'll do is head over here. We're going to hit the big field here first, because we actually didn't own this last year. Or, you know what? It's probably smarter to do the small one, because we got to get this seeder, or get this sprayer kind of calibrated, make sure we're spraying right. And it's best to probably test on a small field where we have, once again, a random collision. I'm starting to wonder if it's this tractor. This is mind-boggling. I know we have the sprayer boom, but there wasn't also just some random collision sitting right there. Now we're good. So let's see. Let's get it folded out. And we have our height control, obviously. Go high or low. We're going to go low because we obviously don't have any crops and we don't want anything to blow away. And we're hitting a tree once again. It's just been an all-around successful recording session for me. And once again, have a random collision, as you can see. Totally not getting irritated at all here. Now, we can go and spray. So let's go ahead and check. Okay, that's not actually doing anything. That's nice. So what we can do now is find another field that needs sprayed, because that one cannot be sprayed. We gotta wait till it grows a little bit. Anyways, let's go. I guess we're throwing it on our grass. This video has gone from doing pretty good to I don't even know what we're doing anymore in about 5 minutes. So let's scoot over here to our grass field, because this one I know can be fertilized and we will use the extra yield. Obviously all this other blue stuff can't be. You'll see it already has a stage fertilizer on it. Is field 19 planted? No, it's not. Yeah, so the only thing we can really fertilize over here is going to be our grass. Alright, let's just go get that. Let's just take a little... I guess we have the trail here. It's unfolded early. Man, let's get this thing going. Come on. I'm ready to spray. I really hope this is going to work. Do I even want to look? Oh, please tell me this is doing something. I think it is. Let's just go with it. There we go. This grass better yield the best you've ever had. I'll tell you what. But, man. I love this tractor too. I know you guys like watching me use it. I'd like to keep this on the farm, but I was looking at upgrading it. Let me know if you guys think we should keep the tractor. I was looking at getting a newer Magnum actually, but you know, if you guys think this thing's worth its weight, make us some money, I think we'll keep it. It's probably good for the pull behind chopper too. And it seems to be doing this pretty well, even though it might be a little overkill. Honestly, like a 6R would be a great fit for a farm. So maybe we should look at upgrading like the Agco or something in that power range. What I think we might do is, now that we're spraying this, we really could just do a cut on it right now and plant something else here. Because this is a lot of grass, especially in one big field. I don't really like that. So maybe if we plant another crop here, might be more beneficial to the farm. Seems like the new sprayer is running nice. Definitely pulls good behind this, and I think our row spacing matches up all right. We haven't. We obviously don't have the crop to test it. I mean, we could go pull it into the corn stalks, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And it's wide enough. I think we really covered this whole field, or at least enough of this field in the 2 passes, that I really don't think we need to go back and waste any on that center section. Alright. This field, or this video was honestly, I know we didn't get a lot of work done in it, but picking up that fertilizer, I've been trying to go do that for a while. And I'm planning on starting a new series on New Glarus, Wisconsin. It's also by MRG, same guy who made this map. He does great work. We're going to start a new series on that tomorrow, Saturday, as long as I get it recorded. If not, we'll just do the stream on it. So I've been trying to get that ready. I haven't had too much time to finish planning on here, but I will get that wrapped up, and we'll be on to probably mowing some hay on here this week, get ready for harvest. We don't have too much work to do in the summer besides feeding the cows and mowing grass, and I really don't want to focus too much on mowing grass. We can do 1 or 2 videos, but can't really do that forever. But I'm pretty happy with the new sprayer here, so let's go take it back down here, and we're going to go put this in the shed, hopefully away from the invisible collisions. So we're going to go to the left here and put it in our other machine shed, because we really need to fill these up more too. And from my experience, there's no invisible stuff over here, so that's always a good sign. I forgot how full that shed is. We got the mower, the baler, all that in there. So we are starting to fill up our sheds here. This has been more of like a slow and steady buying stuff rather than buying it all at once, but you know, we're gonna have planters in there, gonna have all this stuff in here. We're really filling this up pretty good. Let's get it backed up in here by the 8410, 4450. Let's try to sneak it in the corner here. That was pretty clean. And we'll just pull this up straight. Alright, let's turn it off. Alright guys, well, I don't know how many of you guys would have made it to the end, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first supercut of one of our series on the channel. It really came a long way with this farm. I tried to include some of the farm building and cut out a lot of the boring stuff, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're still here, let me know you made it to the end. Comment, just like comment you made it to the end or something, because I don't think we're going to get that many views, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like the video. Love you guys. See you next time. Peace out.